Welcome to my channel. Though this is beginning to become a habit, but no one's here to see my wonderful opening. The one I put so much effort into. I do. I really do. I enjoy doing it. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. Not having anybody here waiting for me, that hurts. Hi, Sue. Hi, Tammy. How you guys doing? Ugh. I'm waiting for my dentures still. Another what? Oop, wrong one. Another 10 days before my appointment with the doctor, and even then, I don't think I'm gonna get my teeth because I know he has to expose the implants, and I'm gonna have to heal from that. So it's gonna be a good another month, maybe more. I, yeah. And it's funny. I wish I'd spoken to people before, but I did speak with a couple of people that have had implants, and they said, yeah, first the gums have to heal when the tooth is moved and the implant is put in. Then you need 4 to 6 months for the implant to adhere to the bone. Am I lucky? And I'm wearing these temporary ones, but they really, really hurt. So I don't wear them when I'm not talking to someone who deserves some clear talking. I know my early lives have been completely flummoxed because I didn't put my teeth in. And I sounded like a little kid. I don't feel like a little kid. I wish I was. Please let me know if this is loud enough. I'm using my iPhone, and I'm using the iPhone as the microphone. Ow. Some letters I can't say quickly. I'm using the iPhone as a microphone. Ooh, the bottom one keeps coming out. And I hated that polydent. It's the worst. It's not that it doesn't hold. It holds okay. It's just when you're ready to take them out, they come out very easy, but the polydent stays on your gums. It's almost impossible. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, it is. I'm there pulling polydent pieces, putting paper towels, dry paper towels, so I can grab it and pull it. Oh man, it's funny. It is funny. If I were to see myself, I'd probably be laughing hysterically. Skirglaja. The laughter at the expense of somebody else. So in this case, it would be the laughter at myself, because that's why if I fall, I laugh. That's why I laugh so much. Because I imagine watching somebody else do what I just did. And how I would, if not out loud, inside, laugh so much. What can I say? I amuse myself. Anyway, this week has been nothing new. I've been painting. I'm working on a painting that it's of the cat, of course. And I worked on the face, and I always want the face to be as real looking as I can, even if I'm doing it stylized. I get to the eyes; they have to be. I'm having so much problems. It's driving me crazy. I almost wish I was doing this in a class so I could ask the teacher, what the hell am I doing wrong that I can't get this the way I want? I'm following, the face almost exactly. Why aren't my hands? Or why is it's the Procreate that's doing it, because every time I choose a brush, it's the wrong brush. It doesn't look right. So I wind up erasing everything and try again. And again. And again. And one more time. So I think I'm on my 7th or 8th try. Oh man. To get this cat face finished. But it's not working. I'm getting into the detailed area, that's why. Tammy, I work hours on those intros. I just finding my theme. Obviously, my theme tonight is spring and rain, because you can see that it's raining on the flowers. I didn't want to show them too much because they are distracting. That's why I put this up here, because the rain and everything is distracting. But I'm so finding the right background. I don't know if you know, it takes time. You find a theme and you go, what theme, what background am I going to use? Then you go looking for a live background. And yeah, it takes me forever. Then on to Canva to add some things that I want to add there. Actually, no, lately I've been doing it in Power Director, just doing it right for getting the background from the ones that Power Director offer. But sometimes I'll go on the internet if I can't find exactly what I want. Any more of these? I feel like I'm playing. What's that game again? Have you any sixes? Oh, there goes the memory. It's getting bad. Oh, I'm going to show you a little something that I'm wearing later. It's fun. It's cute. I think so. Okay, so you finish finding your background. Now you want to put in your wording, your text. Where did it just go? And it fell off. And you put the text in, and you want to go, do I want just one? Is it enough to fill one line, or, one frame? Or do I need to do it in twos like I did tonight? You know, spring is in the air, and so was Friday night. So I needed two different separate scenes, we'll call them, because that's what Power Director does. It calls it scenes. I needed two separate scenes. Then you got to find the font. And then I don't know if you saw, Tammy, my avatar. I'm having so much fun making these silly avatars. I am. Not that a lot of people are going to see it, but I just post them up in. I got multis on this. I just post them up in the opening scene and let it go through my own and put it in my thumbnail now. But I am but however, I'm learning you have to be careful when asking an AI to create a character and do text at the same time. Because I creating myself wearing a t-shirt that says various funny things like you find on Temu or Amazon or AliExpress or anywhere. I find these. Tonight is Don't Annoy Me. I'm a grumpy old woman. I do what I want when I want. And your opinion isn't interested, and I'm not interested. I don't, something like that. I said, yeah, that's me. I do what I want when I want. Now I'm grumpy. Well, not grumpy, but. So I find that you have to be careful because sometimes you'll find, damn it. Sometimes you'll find that there's a sixth finger, or the wording is spelled wrong, or it's. I mean, 3 times I tried and they couldn't get WANT. I don't get it. But I also had the AI create an avatar of me in several different poses and whatever with a blank t-shirt so that I could put the wording in myself. Putting those micro cheap Legos make me grumpy. Yeah, they would make me too. That's why I don't do them anymore. That's too much. So I had to take the blank one. That was just me with a plain t-shirt and bring it into Procreate and create my own text. Well, yeah, it was actually easier than trying to go through and get the AI to do what I wanted it to do. It's really frustrating. So I did that this week. I was playing around. And yeah, I keep going for, ever since, I blame Rebecca for this. Ever since she started doing caricatures, that comes out the best. I did one where I used my photo, but for some reason they gave me the biggest boobs and the sexiest look. And I said, no, that's not what I want. So I'm going back to caricatures. which pretty much all the same. Anyway, I guess they can only do so much as a caricature. You know. But it gets me. You can figure out that it is me. Oh yeah, that's Mickey. Singles. There's a mixture of confetti and color blocking on this one. Why am I finding it harder and harder to remember things? Especially words. I know what I want. I know exactly what I said. I can't find it. What is it? What's that word? You know. So I know exactly what I want the word, what the word means, but I don't want to use the whole sentence on what it means. I want just the word. What was that, Tam? We just put the time in? I mean, I have the time here. 7:40 something. Oh, remember how I said I have half a brain? I just noticed your 4 laughing emojis. So laugh some because I can't believe I just did that. And I'm moving forward because the MacBook is so far away and the wording is so small and I can't get it larger. I don't know how to get it larger. I'm going to have to buy one of those magnifiers, flat ones that I could put in front of the screen when I'm doing something where I need to actually read. Most of the time, I'm only on the MacBook when I want to do editing or if I want to do diamond painting because it's right here. Rarely do I take the MacBook into the bedroom because I got my iPad for that, which I can read and make larger very easily. So that's what I do. I just lost track of what I was saying again. See, I'm getting old. Maybe I'm getting Alzheimer's. Ooh, do you think that's possible? No, I'm not in this online, not in StreamYard. No. And the only thing I can change as far as font or whatever goes is you see what do you call it on the screen? I can go regular, tall, or wide. And the font, small, medium, and this is big. That's not big to me. And of course, I've got on my StreamYard house the video feed, and on the right is the chat, the comment feed. And the comment feed, I can't change the size of the font there. I've tried. I keep requesting it. I said, there are some of us who can't see far away, but we don't want to have a computer in our face when we're doing a live stream. Could you please have a way for us to make the font different or bigger? Because some of us are half blind. I am. I need new glasses. But now I can't afford them. I have to wait. I think I have to give my dentist another 6,000. Scary, ain't it? Considering I'm poor. I don't. That's why I don't buy myself anything. Though I did have. This is a funny story. Um, well, not funny to me. I got scammed by Timu. You have to be careful about this. You know those? They'll give you $200 credit or get it for free, and they give you this tiny little window if you take advantage of it, and they say you have to meet a certain amount. And you see in the side it goes, okay, just $2 more. So you pick something that's $2. Next time it comes up, $40 more to reach the goal. They don't tell you what the goal is. The goal is, I think, 500, and that's what you have to buy to get 200. So not free. Anyway, I was halfway through that. I said, this is ridiculous enough. And I went to check out, and I thought, oh, these are the things that because I thought I met the goal. No. They charged me $162, took the money immediately, and things were shipping immediately. And this was in the middle of the night for me. Of course, it's daytime for them. But I'm glad I caught it. Because when I saw my bank they always send me a notice if there's a purchase more than $50. And I saw that, and they do it SMS through messages. And when I saw that, I went right back in and canceled everyone and insisted on a refund. The worst thing was that it shouldn't have been. Oh, yeah. Oh, Tammy, you didn't know that? You didn't know that most of Temu has scammers? They do. And in some ways, so does Amazon, but Amazon backs up everything. If you do get something from a scammer, I mean, you see some of these things that you know are selling for $300, $400, $500, and you see it on Temu for $50. So you say, okay, I'm going to buy it. This happened to a guy that I was watching on YouTube. He never got the item. So he went into Temu's customer service because they said it was delivered. It's not delivered. They even said they sent a picture of what the house, but there was no package in front of that house, and it wasn't his house. He went back and forth and back and forth and back. I don't know why he took so much time of his own time when all he had to do was go to his credit card company and they would do a chargeback. Because their card holder is almost always right. Did you speak with, that's all they want to know. Did you notify the seller? Amazon does the same thing. Did you notify the seller? That's the first thing. They want you to make sure that you tried to address this problem with the seller. If you say, yes, I did, and if it's a large amount, they'll ask you to approve it, so you send copies of your email or whatever you did. They'll refund you. No problem. No problem. Amazon this is why Amazon has its own scammers. It's not Temu itself that's the scammer, except in that prize-winning crap. That prize, yeah, that's what we say. This guy asked them to resend it, and they said no. We delivered it already. Went back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, What was I going to say? Oh, God. This is getting bad. This is getting really bad. What was I saying? I was talking about, the sellers are not, what's that word? See, it's another word that I know what I want to say, but I can't find the word. They're not. It's on the tip of my tongue. When you check somebody's background, and you to make sure they're who they say they are. Temu doesn't do that. Neither does Amazon. Most of these selling places that have opened up their sales program to other sellers don't check the background. They don't do background checks. That's what I was looking for. They just let anyone sell. Shine, Amazon, who else does this? Oh, Walmart, Target. They all have. If you go into their website, they have everything. I'll go to Walmart. I'll look for, I don't know, crackers. I want some saltines. And I'll go and up will come saltines, one box for $59. That's a scammer. Then you understand, if something is cheap and there's a high price on it, it's probably for getting a payment on drugs or something illicit. That's how they go. They set up an item and they put it up for $525. Nobody's going to buy it. Nobody's going to go in for that except the person that owes them money. So, all right, he tells them, I'm going to set up this on Temu. You go in, pay for it, we're set. It's a way of laundering money, too. And the problem is a lot of it goes through China, which has no regulations on these things. Just like when you go to China and they've got all that stolen artwork. They don't care. Yeah, not very nice. I hate when I can't place it right. These are rounds. I'm not used to rounds. I want my squares. Woo-hoo. I wonder where Rebecca is. Oh, she's working tonight, isn't she? Yeah, it's Friday night. So she's working as an usher or at the stadium. I'm not even done with this color. You see how my I got a screw loose somewhere. Yeah, they don't honor the Berne Convention is the copyright law that almost every country has signed up on to allow the artist, the writer, the creator to copyright and have ownership of their work. I don't know if it is now, but I know they want to make it in perpetuity, which means even the family gets, going down for what? Centuries? No, I don't think that's right. I think the way they had it first 50 years. You had a copyright on your work for 50 years, then they raised it to 70. And I don't know what it is now, how long you can hold a copyright. Because if they make it so that um, beneficiaries can hold the copyright, that's not fair. They didn't create it. Why should they get it? Even though it's like insurance, and they're a beneficiary, but I think it should only go maybe some years into one generation. Not through generations, which is what I heard they wanted to do. I don't know copyright law. I'm spouting this off the top of my head from what I've gleaned here and there, and probably don't remember right because, hey, brain damage, fibro fog, you name it. What's your excuse? Sorry about that. So, want to see what I'm wearing? Gotta tell me first. Both of you. Oh, Sue and Tammy, two of my favorite people. I wonder where Jerry is. She was on cruise last week. But I may call her and ask her later. You guys are always welcome to call me on Messenger. If I don't answer, it's because I'm in the bathroom or I'm sleeping or I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. I got a strange sense of humor. I'm very blunt. What can I say? I'm blunt. And I admit it. No, that doesn't go there. That goes there. Stay up. This is 13. Okay, that goes there. I'm very blunt and yeah, short-term memory. Oh, from doing chemo will do that to you too. She worked last night. I wonder where she is this. Whoa! What the heck am I doing here? Something happened to my screen. And I can only see. Where the hell? What? Okay, wait a second. Bill? What happened to the comments? I can't. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're back. Yeah, when I had my accident, I had brain damage, and I lost a lot of memories, especially of my youth and my early years as an adult. I do remember some things, but most of it's gone. Just wiped. I couldn't tell you if you paid me. And I had short-term memory loss that went along with the brain damage. I decided to find something good about it. I could read a book for the first time a couple of times because I didn't remember it. Think about that. If you have short-term memory loss, you could finish a book, start another, then find that book again and go, oh, that's a new one, because you don't remember it. Sometimes I have to reread paragraphs, even now. I mean, it's not as bad as it was back then. Back then, I could see you for breakfast and the next day think I didn't see you at all. It was really weird. Very weird. The short-term memory loss means you lose immediate memories. It's not amnesia where most of your memories, or some of your memories of the past are gone, but it's also not long-term memory loss, which is you not only forget in the short term, but it sticks with you. The loss stays. It doesn't come back. So short-term memory will come back sometimes, not always. That's why you can read a book for the first time several times. All right, I'm going to show you. I have no idea how I look. I really don't. But I'm going to be brave. Here I am. This is what I'm talking about. It's a little teddy bear. That's actually an elastic. So I couldn't resist. Because I did go to Temu at first to buy some things that I wanted. You run across this for $1.89. Here's 25 cents. I could use this. There were a couple of things that I went there to buy because I thought they were cheaper than Amazon. Then I forgot that it's only items from Temu itself that you can get shipping for free when you reach $20. If it's from a local, it says local, you got to pay their shipping. It's a pain in the butt. So I went to find something that was cheaper. The price was cheaper on Temu than Amazon. Yeah, it's a ponytail holder, but it's a little teddy bear. What'd she say? I have like 40 minutes of memory loss when I got in my car accident. Oh, I have no memory for a good 48 hours. I went to sleep on Thursday night and woke up Saturday in the hospital. No idea what happened in between. Even now, I can tell you because I've heard my ex-husband tell me thousands of times what happened, but I have no recollection of it at all. It's gone. That's it. No idea. No, I know what happened because he told me. But I don't remember it. I can picture it, but I don't remember it. Yeah, third parties, you pay. So I wound up buying a few things with the stuff from Amazon I couldn't get. I mean, from Temu itself with free shipping. I couldn't get. So I went back in and I tried to find all of these little 25-cent things that'll go up to $20. Because there were a couple of things that I wanted, like this, which the benefit of it is that it comes with an extra piece that you put on. Yep. And you can use a bottle here. So you either use a baggie, so it's got the V for baggage, or the bottle size, or square, or whatever you've got. It'll probably even work with Elizabeth Ward because you sit it there. Not the big one, but this one. So I wanted this. And I was not going to pay $12.95. I'll show you. I did a video I haven't edited yet, and I showed that, and I show a whole bunch of stuff. I had a team haul. So all Tammy remembers is drop your grandson off, drove 30 minutes, and crashed 5 minutes from home. Yeah, that figures. My accident was over in Sanibel Captiva on the west coast of Florida. We were on vacation. I remember going to sleep on Thursday night, thinking I'm going fishing. Is that the right? No, that's not the right one. Is it? Is there another one that looks like this? Have I been using the wrong one all along? You know how that happens, right? I'm not going to change it. No, this has to be it. This is the only one that looks like this. You know, the line with the little wall. This looks like some backwoods P or a Q. Going to sleep Thursday night thinking we were going fishing the next day. Now, if we were going fishing, we didn't have to leave the resort where we were staying. It was the first time. Usually we stay at Twin Waters Inn, which is a beautiful little inn, and it's cozy and between the Gulf and the bay by Marco Island, whatever it was, I can't remember. And we didn't go fishing, obviously, because we were on scooters. I had my accident on a scooter. When he told me that, I said, I thought we were going to go fishing. He said, yeah, that was Thursday night. It's now Saturday or Sunday, whatever it was. Anyway, he said I kept waking up because I was out. I was knocked out. He said I kept waking up. I'd say, what happened? He'd tell me what happened. I'd say, I'm sorry, and fall back asleep. Why would I say I'm sorry? Because that's what Joe used to do to me. Got me very submissive, you could say. And that's not me. That's not the real me. Which is why I left him. But anyway, I know hasn't been an hour, but my gums hurt from these stupid temporaries. And I don't know. I need feedback when I have a conversation, which is why I love it when Rebecca comes on and we bicker, the Bickersons. I love that woman. I was glad she came on my birthday last week. That was nice. But I'm tired I don't know what to talk about. This happens every Friday, doesn't it? It's the same SOS, different day. That's me. That's what happens. Though I ran out of water just before the 1st, which is when we had to wait for my insurance food supplement money to come in so I could get my water from Amazon, Walmart. And during the week, I'm looking, it's dwindling. Yeah, there's fewer and fewer. And then there's one left. And I said, will this last until tomorrow? It lasted. And I got my water. but it's expensive. That crap. Oh, and the worst part about it, what also I had delivery. I have Instacart as well as Walmart delivery. My water comes from Aldi, so it's through Instacart. And I wanted 4 cases because why get one when you can get 4? And they'll last long, whatever. And a few other things, crab cakes or something, whatever, some little things that they add that I knew I could eat. And I get a message from the shopper that they're completely out of the water. Completely out. They have none in stock. Nothing in the back. Nothing. Same thing happened one time when we ordered kitty litter, which is also heavy. Both Dan and I believe they didn't want to pick up the water or the kitty litter or whatever because it's heavy. Because Dan went out before she came back and the water was sitting right there. Cases of it. And it was the same Aldi's because there's not that many in this area. I don't get it. But Dan knows, having been a driver, a shopper for DoorDash, he knows there's a lot of times they just don't want to stop. They don't want to make multiple stops. But now they've got it where you can order from here, from this restaurant and that restaurant, all in one, or go to pick up some stuff at 7-Up, and they have to go in to get it, it's ridiculous. Anyway, look at that. Nice, clean table. I gotta thank everybody for coming tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it did make me mad, and I did complain. And I changed her tip to 0. I changed her tip to 0. The other thing she did was she arrived right before Dan came back. In other words, they arrived at the same time. And she stopped in front of our empty spot. So Dan gives her a couple honks, asks her to move. She starts yelling and bitching at him. It got his blood pressure up, and that can't happen. I slammed Instacart. I said, this has happened twice. Because same thing with BJ's. They use Instacart. I get Instacart free shipping at a very low monthly price. Instacart Plus. Same with Walmart Plus. Amazon doesn't have that. They don't have a Plus. But they have Prime, which I don't pay for. Anyway, that was my week. Isn't that special? Now I have to wait for the 15th before I can buy more food. I hope we got enough to last us for 2 weeks, or me for 2 weeks, because I'm not supposed to be buying for him. So I take the cash, I'll put it in mine, or whatever. Shh. Shh. Don't say a thing. Don't say a word. Yeah, great week. Great week. I'm going to say it again one more time. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble on, which I don't know if I could do that. Well, maybe I could. But I like hearing stories, which is why I listen to so many stories during the day. Good stories, bad stories, funny stories. I love those malicious compliance and HOA Karens and all that other crap. it's it's like, oh my God, it's fiction. There's too many times the same exact thing happens. But this time it happened in Texas. Last time it happened in Oklahoma. Then it was in Kansas. The same thing, the same trope. So, but I listen to it anyway because they tell it differently. What can I say? I'm like a kid who watches the same movie over and over again. I'm going to say it. Be kind. Be nice. Wait a minute. Be nice, be kind. What do I say? Oh my gosh. Oh, be good, be kind, be nice, be wonderful, and be safe. And until the next time. And I hope you're here in time to see my opening. I don't know what it's going to be. Of course, I might wait a few minutes until somebody comes in before I start. But then you won't see the red live, so you won't come in. Nah, never mind. Until the next time. Arrivederci.